we feel about the tea? Tea and facts. Tea and facts. Tea and facts. Hey y'all, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. We sipping today. We sipping on this Monday. We sipping today. We sipping this Monday. Baby, they are scud. They what scud? They don't know what to tell these folks. They don't know where to put the blame about what's going on in Orangemound. Has anybody seen Quette? Where's Quette? Where is Orangemound Quette? Was he in the house? Was he at the block party? They said ain't no party like an Orangemound party, cause an Orangemound party gonna get you killed. Ain't he the killer of the mound? Don't everybody know him in the mound? He's so notorious. So he was so notorious that shit, they made his nickname the Hood, because they say he was always into something. That's what that old OG guy said. Y'all remember? Skinny or slim. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He said his whole family was about that life. Remember? He said his family was there. They was the real cartels of Memphis way before the Bovans. I know y'all don't forgot. That's when I was digging, baby. When I was going deep off in there. Yeah. Has anybody seen Hernandez Govan, Orangemound Quette? I know somebody gonna say it ain't Mount. I know it's Orangemound. But let me say it the way I want to say it. Y'all ain't figured it out by now. I say it how I want to say it because that's how I want to say it. And I'm going to do what I want to do, how I want to do it. It ain't shit you can do about it. Let's go. Hello. We sipping tea tonight. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Auntie. Yes, indeed, Auntie. Yes, indeed. So listen. I know that they laid the officer to rest. I know. I showed y'all in the last upload that the guy that's going to be, the young man that's going to be charged with all of it. His partner's death, the cop's death, the officers that was injured, the ones that was there. All of them. Slew of charges. Damn near 40 charges they finna hit this little 17-year-old with. But his daddy, from the mound, he from the mound. Yeah. So that means he around at Pettis. At Pettis 2011. Yeah. Y'all better pay attention. Somebody in my comment section probably is that. I ain't gonna tell you who it probably is. Want my attention bad. Gotta be thirsty. Gotta be an old reject rejected a paper route, scorn ass rapper. Whoever you is, you scorn. You're a reject. You're a loser. You failed in whatever it is that you was trying to do, and you mad because Auntie Fee put the truth out there. Yeah, but that's okay. Do what you do. You's a hater. And I bet you every amount of money I got in the bank, in the trust, in the 401k, that you ugly. You ugly than a mama. And you're mad because you ain't got no money to pay somebody to be with your ugly ass. So you got to sit up on YouTube and be bitter. Bitter and ugly. Bittersweet. Now you ain't sweet. You just bitter. Bitter ugly. You mean bitter, honey? Bitter ugly. Your ugly ass. But into what? Auntie Fee. Huh? Did you just call? Yeah. He had tried to harass me. So I'm going to tell the truth on him. He hates the truth. So I'm going to set his ass free. He or she, whoever, it don't matter to me. 901. Yeah. Into white. It looked like, one of the little young boys that got taken out at the park. Grandmama spoke out today. Now, I don't know how the young baby was related to CEOJIZZLE. But the grandmama spoke. She said she didn't even know he was at the block party. That other lady said, you don't know where your kids are, call 311. So it sounded like they didn't even know that these young kids was there. $17, $18 years old. Yeah. Well, the one guy, he was 22, 23. So let's go. Y'all hit the like button for Auntie Fee. Piss them haters off. Hit the like button for Auntie Fee. Will you please? Hit the like button for me. Please. Piss the haters off by hitting the like button. Do what? Piss the haters off and hit the like button. Piss them off. So I can laugh in their face. Loser. Let's go.
Mass shooting in Orange Mound tonight. The 9 victims range from 16 to 29 years old. 17-year-old Antonio Humphrey is one of the 2 who died. WRG's Kwamitra Wilburn spoke to his grandmother. The victims of Saturday's mass shooting in Orange Mound tonight. The 9 victims range from 16 to 29 years old. 17-year-old Antonio Humphrey is one of the 2 who died. WRG's Kwamitra Wilburn spoke to his grandmother.
My baby been with me since he was about 6 years old.
Filled with pain, Deborah Brewer spoke to us over the phone about her grandson, 17-year-old Antonio Humphrey. He is one of the youngest victims in Saturday's mass shooting at Orange Mound Park. We spoke to Ms. Brewer just before. Victims of Saturday's mass shooting in Orange Mound tonight. The 9 victims range from 16 to 29 years old. 17-year-old Antonio Humphrey is one of the 2 who died. WRG's Kwamitra Wilburn spoke to his grandmother.
My baby been with me since he was about 6 years old.
Filled with pain, Deborah Brewer spoke to us over the phone about her grandson, 17-year-old Antonio Humphrey. He is one of the youngest victims in Saturday's mass shooting at Orange Mound Park. We spoke to Ms. Brewer just before she walked into the West Tennessee Regional Forensic Center to identify his body.
Her grandson.
A lot of people love Antonio. He was funny. He was outgoing.
She says she learned of his death after receiving a terrifying call from his older sister.
She was hollering over the phone and crying real loud and all this and that, and I was saying, "Noria, what's wrong? What's wrong?" Then he came up shooting, and Antonio was laying over there, and he had got shot.
Cell phone video shared with the WREG rang out. The gunfire lasted for nearly 1 minute. On the receiving end of those bullets were 22-year-old Shalimar Faison and 17-year-old Antonio. 7 others were wounded.
2 more is dead.
I
don't know why they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about that girl being pregnant.
Very little about what led to the shooting. They say the shooting happened at an unpermitted.
Antonio was laying over there and he had got shot.
Cell phone video shared with the WREG shows a car doing donuts in the middle of a crowd just before shots rang out. The gunfire lasted for nearly 1 minute. On the receiving end of those bullets were 22-year-old Shalimar Faison and 17-year-old Antonio. 7 others were wounded.
I heard they told them on a video to shoot somebody. I don't know who they were, but it wasn't Antonio.
Memphis police have released very little about what led 2-year-old Shalimar Faison and 17-year-old Antonio. 7 others were wounded.
I heard they told them on a video to shoot somebody. I don't know who they were, but it wasn't Antonio.
Memphis police have released very little about what led to the shooting. They say the shooting happened at an unpermitted block party with hundreds of people, including children, in attendance.
I didn't have no idea that he was even over at a block party.
Antonio's grandmother says the family has not received any information on who shot Antonio or why, but she is asking for those responsible to come forward.
The devil need to speak up, change their lives, because it's gonna eat them from the inside out.
Reporting for your.
See, the problem with this is they don't want to talk about the 2 other people that was killed, that was there. There's no reason why they don't want to. The people that was there said that it was 4 people, 2 here and 2 over there. And it said one was a girl that was pregnant and she died. Why are they not talking about that? What? That's a problem for me.
Seen as City of Memphis crews filled in holes and repaired
Look at them holes, y'all.
as a result of gunfire that night. This is the 2nd straight year a block party in Orange Mound Park ended in violence. This video is from last June. It shows a very similar scene to Saturday, with young people waving guns around amidst large crowds at the park, leading to a fight and then gunfire. Now, given the park's history, Memphis activist Mama D. Mourney wants to know why the party was even allowed to happen in the first place without a city-issued permit.
Whenever they got that call, they should have pulled for a permit to see if anybody had a permit to be in this park. And when they found out there was no permit, it should have got shut down.
Well, Memphis police haven't made any arrests yet and are still searching for suspects tonight. Investigators believe at least 2 people fired shots at the park. ABC 24 confirmed the FBI is assisting MPD with this investigation. You're asked to call police if you know anything about this.
These acts and offer our support to those affected, but beyond condemnation, we as a community must take action, end quote. Dr. Bill Atkins, senior pastor and founder of Greater Imani Church, has been outspoken about the need to end gun violence in Memphis.
It's so alarming to us that people can assemble in such large numbers and brandish weapons such as were being brandished, and then a gunfight apparently breaks out and people are killed and wounded.
Some say this kind of violence can be partially blamed on the lack of adequate programs for young people.
Crime. And we have a generation, Alex, that are no longer afraid to go to jail. They're not even afraid to die. And so a generation, Alex, that are no longer afraid to go to jail. They're not even afraid to die.
That's a problem.
So that's a situation maybe we've never faced before.
Dr. Atkins says unless families, the faith-based community, law enforcement, and the city do more to address crime and violence, Memphis will face a difficult future.
The city is just going to go downhill if we don't get a handle on it. We're looking at a future ghost town.
For your
Memphis Street News.
Memphis Street News, shout out to him.
At the block party yesterday, it was a little cool get together, you know what I mean, bro? They actually posted it on Facebook, you know, so it was for the whole city to come out, you know, it was supposed to be a little get together, you know, food, you know, kids were out there, you know what I mean? You know, they were just having, you know, the typical Memphis block party. We've been seeing block parties happen for a minute now in Memphis. You know, they become a trend or whatever over the years. You know, of course we had block parties back in the days or whatever, man, but they really became like a trend or whatever. Like every block or gang or whatever has, you know, tried to, you know, throw a block party or whatever, and some of them shots was let off or whatever, or, you know, after people were left dead or whatever, but something like this we've never seen. You know, now at first the news was reporting 16 people were shot, 2 dead, you know what I mean, but that was wrong information. It was actually 8 people shot and 2 people ended up dead. Now the 2 victims of this, you know, one of them was a 16-year-old, you know, his name was Lil Tonio. Of course, he was from Orange Mound. I wasn't sure of his gang affiliation or whatever, man, but on his page, he was posting with a lot of firearms or whatever, man. I can't really post this guy holding firearms and things on YouTube or whatever because they're going to flag my video, but, you know, it was quite disturbing seeing, you know, this kid with a little baby face toting this type of artillery, man. Like, we got to wonder what type of things he was in, so, you know,
I don't have to wonder.
I did, you know, a little research or whatever, man, and it seems like he was well loved in his community or whatever from his Facebook posts, his Facebook timeline or whatever, man. People showing condolences and much love to, you know, a 16-year-old. So he really had to be doing something out there in his hood, you know, whether it's, you know, good or bad. Now, the other kid, you know what I mean, bro, he was also a little young guy or whatever, man, and, you know, apparently he thought he was going to go out to have fun,
insomnia cookies.
Talk to some girls, you know, just have fun, enjoy the weather with his guys, and, you know, apparently somebody didn't want that to happen, and he ended up, you know, losing his life in that situation.
So,
now,
what's he targeting?
You know what I mean, man, and, you know, apparently he thought he was going to go out to have fun, you know, probably talk to some girls, you know, just have fun, enjoy the weather with his guys, and, you know, apparently somebody didn't want that to happen, and he ended up, you know, losing his life in that situation. Now, you know what I mean, bro? A lot of people are saying this block party was probably a setup. You know, this was probably set up to happen because, you know, apparently the guy Tonio, he was shot with one of his best friends, but his best friend made it through or whatever, man. And, you know, a lot of people are saying it just seems sketchy. You know what I mean? It was a setup. You know, people in the comments, man. A lady in the comments, she hollers, you know, they wave their hand And when they waved their hand, that's when the shooting started. That showed that, you know, there was a signal for the shooting to start. It was a setup, you know. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a lot of conspiracies, a lot of, you know, pointing fingers, and of course, you know, I'm gonna keep diving into the story deeper and deeper for you guys, man, because you know that's what I'm saying. The block party was probably a setup. You know, this was probably set up to happen because you know. Apparently, the guy Tonio, he was shot with one of his best friends, but his best friend made it through or whatever, man. And you know, a lot of people are saying it just seems sketchy. You know what I mean? It was a setup. Woo, you know, people in the comments, man. A lady in the comments, she hollers, you know, they wave their hand. And when they wave their hand, that's when the shooting started. That showed that, you know, there was a signal for the shooting to start. It was a setup, you know. I don't know, man. It's going to be a lot of conspiracies, a lot of, you know, pointing fingers. And, of course, you know, I'm going to keep diving into the story deeper and deeper for you guys, man. Okay. Because, you know, that's what Memphis Street News do, and that's what I'm here for.
Justice for Dow. There go that pyramid. Justice will prevail. MIAJAYE says we're going to get justice for Dow. No doubt about it. One by one. One by one. So KEYGLOCK got out last night hanging with Kenny Money. He was hanging. Bree was out. Shout out to KEYGLOCK. Let's go. Let's go.
My ex, bitch, he said he sorry. That's my man.
Big
Keep me
Boogie and
top,
GLORILLA.
top, pussy wet, ma. Bounce that ass, Bob. I just got back with my ex, bitch, he said.
We can't forget about Unc KEWON. Somebody asked me about Unc. Bread Game Entertainment. Make no mistake about it. He is Bread Game. So while I was filming, Blackwood News came on East Memphis shooting at the Valero gas station. Leads one person shot. Check on your people. He don't have volume. For some reason, he don't have volume. Maybe that's why he was only on for 3 minutes. Says no sound. Check on your people. East Memphis, Valero.
I'm just reading the comments, allowing y'all opportunity to read the comments, just in case. It's almost 11 o'clock. Check on your people. I'm standing in title max line. Okay. Check on your people. It's Minden, Holland, and Knights Arnold. Excuse me.